Hi there, are you enjoying that new game you just bought? How about some extra experience points or perks? Or how about some insurance for that base of yours? Go on, it only costs fake monies that you have to buy with real money. It's harmless, right?
Microtransactions are a system that allows virtual goods to be purchased using real-world currency and has been a part of mobile and online games for a couple of years now, becoming synonymous with the free-to-play business model for video games and has become infamous for ruining bank balances the world over. You're probably familiar with microtransactions regardless of whether you've splashed out your hard-earned cash on them or not, but generally they allow a lot of the grind to be taken out of games, give players a competitive edge in multiplayer, or allow additional cosmetic options within the game itself. This is generally done via a store interface that offers various products relating to the game and gives you their imagined prices, allowing you to purchase the items of your choosing.
Microtransactions began as a means of revenue for developers who opted to make their games free to download in order to draw in new players and have more users interacting with their applications. This turned out to be quite a viable revenue stream and is something that caught the eye of PC and console games developers alike.
Many MMORPGs on PC have adopted free-to-play models for similar reasons to their mobile counterparts, that is, to get more players into their game and interacting with its systems. Microtransactions have been used as a viable revenue stream for various PC games, including Star Wars The Old Republic, EVE Online, League of Legends, Team Fortress 2 and Dota 2, just to name a few examples. Microtransactions are becoming a more common sight in console games as well, with everything from experience boosts and perks to a plethora of in-game cosmetic options being available to conveniently purchase at any time. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago that there were a lot of discussions on the effects that the sales of used games have on a developer, as the revenue from these sales generally goes directly to a retailer or a reseller rather than back to the developer themselves. It makes sense in light of this that there is some degree of an attempt from a developer to claw back some revenue from the sale of that game in some form.
Normally this is done through DLC, or they need to have an online pass in order to access a game's multiplayer content, but with the increasing prevalence of microtransactions, this has opened up an entirely new stream of revenue for developers to go panning for gold in.
Microtransactions differ from DLC, in that if we enjoy a game and we want more of the same, we can purchase DLC at a later date and continue to play new content for our games, whereas microtransactions offer to sell us smaller chunks of content, and due to either pressure or fear of missing out, we quite often purchase things for games that feel like they should have been included in the first place. A worrying amount of content is being locked away behind paywalls within games, and thanks to digital marketplaces, developers can deliver small microtransaction items in a relatively short amount of time with minimal cost to themselves and see a return in revenue even after a game's shelf life has expired. Ultimately, the choice to buy that pink skin for your weapons, an experience boost or any other perks are down to the individual habits and preferences of the player themselves, and that's fine. For those who are happy to spend extra money on a game they love and enjoy, go ahead, but it does set a worrying trend for future releases. Even while writing this script, I was looking up news on Halo 5 Guardians, and most of the questions that surround the game right now are actually in regards to its microtransaction system. Now, this isn't exactly unique to Halo, as other games that are due to be released in the coming months, including Rainbow Six Siege, Rise of the Tomb Raider and Fallout 4, are also facing similar questions, as well as many other titles that are due to be coming out. And this shows the state that the video games industry is in at the moment, where questions regarding the release of a new title invariably include the developer being asked about whether microtransactions will play any kind of part in their budding hit or not. In some cases, this can actually be a factor that can make or break a prospective customer's decision on whether to even buy a particular game or not.
Now, it is important for developers to get recognition and to be able to make a living from their work. And those players who do enjoy the game so much that they want to pay a little bit extra, that's fair enough. But players who don't want to participate in the practice really shouldn't be getting punished for it either.
In Hideo Kojima's latest masterpiece, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, players can construct and manage additional bases away from the game's main mother base. These forward operating bases offer additional recruitment opportunities and resources for any budding out of heaven, but the waters surrounding them have to be purchased. Ahead of the release of the game, this caused some concerns when screenshots leaked online that implied the use of real-world currency in order to buy these waters and expand your forward operating bases. When the game released, the first base is set up for free, with the option to use Metal Gear's chosen bullshit bucks known as mother base coins, in order to purchase further bases. Okay, so that's fair enough. It's up to a player if they decide they want to make that kind of commitment to something that only affects the single player portion of the game. Another feature of the forward operating bases, however, is that other players can invade them and attempt to steal staff and resources from you. Now, many players opt not to take any real part in this section of the game, but that doesn't stop players from invading your forward operating base anyway.
Metal Gear Solid 5 has added the ability to buy insurance for your forward operating bases using mother base coins, as in real money that you put into the game in order to protect your forward operating bases a bit.
Now, I've been asking around online about this, and by the looks of a lot of the comments I'm getting in response, people are fine with microtransactions as long as they're part of a free game, but it looks like it really rubs people the wrong way when it's included as part of a full price title, AAA or otherwise. As ever, it's our purchasing trends as enthusiasts and consumers of video game products that largely dictates the content and marketing that is put into the games we play. And long story short, if we continue to placate and support microtransactions and big budget titles, then that's what we'll continue to get.
As the target audience of these video games, it's really up to us whether microtransactions become a passing fad or become a permanent fixture in the games that we play. I guess you've got to ask yourself where you draw the line. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. If you want to know some more of my thoughts on microtransactions, you can unlock it by spending $50 gillion.